Oi. Fucking sake, dude. I thought it was so cool. Hi, guys. Bear the angle. Bear the angle. Please be patient with the angle. um, I can't hold shit. So anyway, um, my name is Tristan Kurt Welch. Uh, it is not my real name yet. I will be legally changing it to that hopefully soon. I will not tell you guys my original name. I just choose not to word it out loud to myself. But anyway, I've been making content on this channel for some while. 2024, maybe, when I redid this channel, because I actually had a YouTube channel with this email account that I use for this account. But my dummy here didn't want to keep the channel even though I was close to 500 subscribers. Because I didn't like comments I was getting. I'm a bit of a drama king. Anyway, and drama queen, but I say drama king. Genders don't matter to me. Drama queen. I'm a drama queen. But so anyways, I am very thin. Because of stress. I don't want anybody worrying about me. Don't worry. I'm not sick. I'm not on any substances like some people think in short on my channel that I deleted those videos. But I just have a lot of problems in my life right now. If you look at other content on my channel, any of my music, they are songs I wrote myself. But I can't sing, so I use AI to sing my songs. I know that's probably one of the worst things to use for singing, but that's what I want to do right now. Anyways, I also have some videos. I did delete a ton of videos talking about this, but there's a staff on the channel. There's a staff that was in my life, and he was a really good man. He was basically somebody that had helped me through a ton of stuff with the OBWDD and made me a better man. He made me happy. He was a big brother very much to me. And I did develop what I believe to possibly be a crush, a platonic. But I've had a few people explain to me that they don't think it was platonic crush. It might have been really been a crush. It might have been just an urge for a family bond. If that makes any sense, how the person worded it to me, I can't remember how he did. But because they call Corey a big brother, I don't have a really good relationship, unfortunately, with most of my family. It's not my fault. It's not really theirs. Our family just has been falling apart. My grandma, Joanne, passed away many years ago. 20 years over 20 years. Let me put my glasses on. And, hold on. I might move a lot. I have a stemming issue, and I do it with this hand a lot more than the hand I'm holding. I could probably put it down, prop it against that photo frame. Will it stay? Oh, wait. Okay, it's staying. Okay, that's so much fucking better. Okay, stop it. So, my grandma Joanne passed away, and she was the anchor of our family. Like, Corey is my anchor. And he will always be my anchor even though he's not fucking here. This is to blow my nose, and I'm running out of tissues. I have really bad allergies. There's literally something in my freaking room. Plus, the weather's changing. I know it's fucking May. It's upstate New York. If you're familiar or live up here, you know our weather is crazy. The weather's got bipolar. It's now getting nice. Anyways, so Corey was like a good man, and my grandma, that's what we were talking about. She was the anchor of our family, like I was saying. She did a lot for it. Because of her passing in 2001, I don't really remember. My memory has not been great about anything like that. I think a lot of that is trauma from how when she passed and what happened with how I found out. My brain has been trying to protect me, forget a lot of crap, especially since when I was a kid, living with my mom. And, my grandma was great. Like I keep repeating. Um, and she was just great. So when she passed away over 20 years ago, about 25, the family just has not been the greatest. Everybody has been fighting over crap, fighting over stuff for her at that time she passed, around the time. And it's just been freaking hard for everybody at that time. It was hard for everybody at that time. And, yeah. Anyway, so not Corey, I'm getting ahead of myself. Grandma was great. Okay, I keep repeating myself. I apologize. So, I don't know. It's just her passing. Long story short, had made the family fall apart. She was an anchor. She held everybody together. She's the glue of the family. Anyway, things has been bad. My mom went for a lot of shit because she's the one that had to call 911 when my grandma was having heart issues because she had a heart attack. That's how she passed. So my mom's trauma from that and how a lot of family treated her. It wasn't even my mom's fault that my grandma had a heart attack. She had a lot of health issues. Everybody fucking knew that. My grandma was slightly overweight. And a sweet, nice lady. Very good Irish lady. Who the hell talks to somebody who has to call 911 on their mom, who is telling them, Vicky, I'm having heart problems. I can't breathe. You need to call the ambulance. They came, they took her, my grandma. My mom was probably freaking out. I was living in a system for minors because I was like 10 or 11 years old at this point. I was 10. I think it was 2000 grandma died. And because before 9/11, I know that. Because I was living in another group home by that point after grandma passed. Because another group home I was living at was when I was told. But anyway, dude, that's not great how my mom was treated. So they basically, long story short again, they basically just treated her bad. They blamed her for my grandma's heart attack and passing in the hospital and dying a few days after Mother's Day. And it's like, how is that my mom's fault? How? That was basically God saying, Joanne Dibble, it's time. And I'm not religious, but when it comes to passing, I always think that way. Because it's your time, it's your time. Nobody takes you away when you die that way. If somebody does anything else to take you away, which I'm not going to say because YouTube don't like what I'm going to say, or you take your own self out of the world, God wants you no matter what. But anyway, it's not my mom's fault. They're just terrible. My family was terrible about it, and that's why our family fell apart. And nobody talks to anybody. That's why I don't get talked to anybody. But the thing that hurts a lot, and when I was coming to the Corey part, is that my mom won't hardly talk to me anymore. I don't get it. Her son, and I know that woman, when I post stuff on Facebook, is seeing a differences in her son's face since the last time she saw him on Christmas. His face isn't full anymore. It's getting thin. He's losing weight again, just like in 2017. I know she cares. I know my mom cares. But it's like, Mom, the man here, you're a little boy. You had me at 16, Mom. You were a terrified young girl going into womanhood at 16, becoming a mom. That's why I said that. It's not great when it happens. It was the 90s. Well, the 89 was probably when she found out, because I was born in January. Okay, it's got to be rough for her. It had to be rough for her. My dad was 19. He was a lot older. He was 20 when I was born by the time. And my dad was a great man. He really was. A lot of his temper came into his son, me. I have the Irish temper of my family, but I have a Cherokee heart of my dad. But my dad was also Irish as well as being a Cherokee. Cherokee is Native American, indigenous, if anyone might not know what that is. And my dad looks so much more Cherokee than I do. I look more Irish. And my dad is just, he was a great man. I know he was from my memories, but he had a bit of an attitude with my mom. She would always try to do her best at 16 to afford clothes for me. So I'd have pink outfits. My auntie told me these stories, or anything girl clothes from hand-me-downs. Because here's the crazy thing: a lot of people who have children in my mom's family always have girls. Not many of them have boys. A lot of the people in my family, a lot of my cousins and aunts, uncles, well, aunts, not uncles. A lot of my cousins, a lot of my aunts, they're women. They're young girls, women. Not a lot of men. It's just it doesn't happen that way in our family. And anyway, that's why I had all that girl clothes when I was a baby. He got mad at her, being like, I don't know, why are you putting clothes on him? He's going to get picked on. In a way, he was trying to be protective because of the time era that was, a lot of people made fun of young kids, especially boys, wearing pink. So, yeah. So when I was growing up too and visiting him, he would never let me have anything girl-wise. Any girl toys, no Barbies, because that's what I played with a lot. No like girl action figures. Dad, fucking action figures for boys. But that wasn't because he was homophobic or scared of his boy being gay or being whatever. They think they said in the 90s, which is an F word. Don't say it. But he didn't want me to grow up being picked on. He knew a little bit that his son was a little gay. He grew up me in 2016 coming out as gay. In high school, I had a boyfriend, Cody. I was closeted with that man. He was a good guy. He did not graduate at 18. He was 19 and about to turn 20 in December. The guy fell back a few years. He was born in 88. But he was a good man. But anyway, he was a husky kid at the time. He lost a lot of weight. But, anyway. I came out in 2016. There was a staff John. Had sexual feelings. Said some stuff to somebody when he was taken away for an emotional bond. For boundary policy with John, he was taken out because of what I was basically being my core emotionally attached and arguing all the time. So John was taken out for that. They didn't know what's going on. Then they found out I was gay, and then also I was attracted to John, and I said some of the crap I thought about doing to him. I was still able to see him after that, after the trial with the professional boundary policy, because it's only like a month before they could decide to see that person again or not. Anyways, going up to Corey. Came in 2023, worked, told me from the beginning whenever his daughter, Lily, here's her name, would be born. Then we get married a couple years, got married last October. Eventually he's gonna get a job with his nearest home, even if it's with the system or a nursing job. He couldn't get the nursing job. A lot of crap happened in between financially, so he couldn't afford go back to school to be a nurse. But anyway, I got emotionally attached, but also platonic crush, which wasn't a platonic crush. I don't think. I think like all the stories I told you before about how bad my family life was, even though my family wasn't terrible. And I think I said at the beginning I always wanted a big brother, a brother period, because all females in the family basically. It was men, but mostly females. I wanted a brother. We all love potty humor in my family. We could do any kind of potty humor joke and it wouldn't matter. But I had a big brother. I wanted someone to goof around with, wrestle. Never got to happen. You know, hey, you can't pick when you're having a kid what it's gonna be. But anyway, Corey was like that. He'd joke like me about stuff like that. And I liked him, and I don't think it was a crush. I think it was more of a, I have a family in him. And I hated myself for thinking it was a crush. Even though I did have some bit of a thoughts in my head about the man. That might not have been what it was completely. But I don't know. And then he came back because a few things happened. One thing happened where we got in an argument where we both made a bad decision, where we both hurt each other, not meaning to, admitted to what we did, and we're able to hang out again. Then another thing happened. I had a head injury that caused a concussion, which he always told me. I don't know if I said this. You're gonna get a concussion to Tristan Kurt. You're gonna get a concussion. You keep banging your head, buddy. You'll get a concussion, and you don't want that. You don't want to wind up in a wheelchair or anything. Then we can't hang out and talk normal. True. And he goes, you can't live in a house. True. Because there's stairs. True. Basically answering all that. All I said. And then, yeah. It was gone because of that. Because I had a concussion when I went to the emergency room. And I had to get stitches. When I went stitches, they were since the glue thing. But I remember getting the glue thing. Even though it was glue, I was scared and mad at myself what I did to the man. To cause him more stress because of head injury and some of the crap I said. So holding my hand out, and the man held my hand while I got glue in my head. Right here. He held my hand. Didn't say no, it's just glue. Gotta relax. He held my hand and didn't give a shit. Out of support and being a big brother and family. Anyway, I got mad still, whatever and shit. He even told me a whole story about what happened to him for making bad decisions that caused him to have to casts that were like this. But yeah. And then I said again, like I said, I asked him to leave. The same team to let him go away for a while. He did. 3 months of missing the man. I missed him for 3 months, feeling horrible for treating the man terribly. Making his life a miserable hell, even while he was still protecting me and still trying to get me to admit that crush I had, that he would never tell a single soul if I just told him that I felt that way. Regardless if I wanted to do weird shit, which I never did, but I kind of did, and he knew it. He heard some stuff. But anyway, I freaking hate that. My dumb decision. And I know it's not dumb. But anyway, a bunch of crap happened. I attempted something in December where I almost took myself away from the world. Couldn't go for it. And got up and stopped from the bathtub situation. Got out, had to go to the emergency room because I fainted. Because I have asthma. I can't explain what I did. But I keep looking at the hole. But anyways, he came back in December. Right before he came back though, not December, he came back in January. He came back the week before. I saw him at an event. Hugged him really pretty tightly because I missed the man. Didn't recognize him. But he looked different. Because he lost a little weight and stuff. But anyway, he came back. My name changed. I mentioned to him. I've been referring to that name change when he called me, but it was always never that. He goes, and continued to call me Tristan the entire time he was here. Fucked up once. Apologized immediately. I never saw him again because he told me after going shopping, grocery shopping, I gotta go to a meeting, Tristan. So, the other staff is coming in. I'll see you next week. I'm like, no, you're not. It's gonna be like John again. No, it's not. He goes. He told me, I'll see you next week, buddy. I promise. He had a sad face when he said that because he knew what they were doing. I never saw him again because next week never came. I've been in a pretty bad predicament ever since. That man is gone and I'm never going to see him again. And it hurts. And I hurt a lot of innocent people in this house because of my own trauma and PTSD and the system not keeping their part of the problem. They didn't keep their part. How do you say that? They weren't keeping their responsibility responsible, if that made sense. Because they know what they fucking did. They know they took him away, and they know they caused me to have a lot of problems. And they helped me, because I helped myself too, but they helped me be this way. You made me this way, system. You helped me be this way. You know you helped me be this way. I'm crashing out on the kitchen floor. That is literally a song. Taylor Acorn's Crashing Out. Now she says it a little different, that part. She goes, you made me this way, you know me, you made me this way. But she basically is just saying the guy she's dating traumatized her enough to be a jerk. And he knows that she helped her be that way. He helped her be that way. I believe that's how she referred it by saying that. But that's a fucking great song. Crashing out on the kitchen floor. I know how the song goes. I'll try to figure it out if I can take at the end of the video. But yeah, they just were fucking terrible. And I'm terrible too. Okay, I did a lot of shit that I shouldn't have. But you know what? Whenever the damage is done, it's done. This could be fixed. It can. Anything else I would do, like hurting somebody physically, might not be able to be fixed. Or hurting myself physically can't be fixed. I need help. A lot more than being punished, losing the front seat for tapping a camera to refer to the fact that I'm going to lose the front seat. Because I had a panic attack over a Corey situation. There were 2 staff in the van. I was in the front seat. This is a while back. But there were 2 staff. There was a nice man driving and a nice young lady behind me. She's actually the one in the office sleeping. You can't see her. I don't know why I said that. But they both knew I did not mean this. I lost an Italian pin that was attached to my Chucky backpack. And it was, I lost the back of the pin, I thought. And I was afraid I was going to lose the pen. And everything I lose connected to Corey fucking breaks me because of the trauma. And I was afraid, oh my God, I'm going to lose the Italian pen. Corey was Italian. And I didn't want to lose it, the pen, because then I would lose him in a way again, a part of him. So I was freaking out. And both of the staff were like, no, the pen might be inside the backpack. And it was. I found out when I got home. It was actually inside the liner. I don't know how that happened. But I was panicking. I was panicking to the point that I needed to roll the window down because I was having an asthma attack. So I went to go roll the window down, but not noticing I didn't roll the window down. Instead, I opened the window on on a highway, the car door, the van door. Freaked out, slammed it immediately, freaking out. And then a guy rolled the window down for me by the driver's way because he noticed I didn't mean to fucking open the door. And both him and the young lady were like, no. You're fine, Tristan. You didn't mean it. The camera saw you didn't mean it because there's a camera in the state vans. As I mentioned, I tapped the camera. And then they're like, you're not in any trouble. You do something immediately. You're freaking out. They can see that you didn't mean it. And I'm just freaking out. I broke a pair of glasses, my sunglasses that were my Cyclops ones. I got replacements, as you might see in a future profile picture. But I was stupid for that. And I felt so bad. And I was angry. Not angry. I say that a lot when I'm not. I was nervous and I was panicking. They're going to get mad at me. They're going to get over the door on purpose. And then that's when I tapped the camera. Probably harder than I thought. This camera saw everything. Anyways, I can't sit in the front because I smacked it when I said all that. Smacked it? What? You saw everything. The 2 staff written everything down in the documents that that's not what happened. I tapped it. Can't sit in the front now. Knock seat. And I'm a tall guy. Man's not as big. But that's cool. Consequences, they said, for actions. Panic attack? My panic attacks always causing me problems and disciplines. You don't discipline a 36-year-old like that, by the way. Anyway, so yeah, they suck. I suck too. They suck too. Anyway, I'm ending the video. Have a good day. I don't understand why I have to be treated this way. I shouldn't treat people bad either. I own up to everything. Take consequences, even if they're stupid and I don't deserve them. They need to be consequented to the system for everything they're doing. Because I'm not alone in any of the behaviors. Have a good day. You are all legends in the making, regardless what people tell you.